Hello, Kurumjiri, and welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Primetime English News with me, Jessie Thiam. First, the headlines. India today releases report exposing Kuki militants using sophisticated weapons during ongoing Manipur crisis. Imposing curfew, banning internet won't bring solution. CLP leader Okramibobi says we are not criticizing each other, but urging government to resolve Manipur crisis. BJP General Secretary Sharad refutes claim for closure of BJP office, stating reports published in newspapers about office closure are false. And landslide near Awangkul along Imphal Road disrupts movement of vehicles. NHIDCL taking swift action to restore road. With the rise in digital world, we extend our welcome and gratitude to our viewers for supporting the most trusted and first ever OTT platform, SKTV, in Manipur that can be watched globally. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. People in Manipur and local media are well aware of the use of sophisticated weapons in the ongoing violent conflict, in contrast to national media, which had so far been projecting the ongoing crisis as a clash between two communities using crude weapons. In recent days, national media seem to be waking up about the use of various sophisticated weapons during this crisis, following the use of drone bombing and rocket attacks by armed Kuki militants. India today has come out with a reportage where it claims that weapons made within India and those originated in USA, UK, Germany, China, Myanmar and other countries are being used in Manipur crisis. India today claims that the report was released after examining dozens of videos from conflict areas and after reviewing arms and ammunition that were seized by Manipur police between June 1, 2023 and September 12, 2024. The reports pointed out the use of advanced Indian-made weapons such as the Ghatak and other foreign origin arms including the M4 carbine, an assault rifle used by all three services of the U.S. military, the U.S. origin AR-15 semi-automatic rifle and its successor M16, as well as the German origin 5.56 Heckler and Koch rifles. The report further pointed out the use of Chinese-made AK-56 rifles and Myanmar's M81, Mk3 and British origin Mk5 rifles. The India Today report also highlighted the display of high explosive anti-tank weapons and also 80mm and 85mm shoulder-fired rocket-propelled grenades by Kuki National Front Military Council during its Raising Day ceremony at Tangjing Hills. India Today also informed about the weapon seizures, in which it showed that between January 1 and September 10, 2024, the highest number of arms recoveries, 33 incidents, was reported in Kangpokpi, followed by Imphal East and Thoubal, 25 each, Churachandpur, 24, Kakching, 19, and Bishnupur, 14. Former Chief Minister Okramibobi has criticized the BJP government, which often resort to banning internet and imposing curfew during the ongoing crisis. Okramibobi said such steps cannot bring a solution to the ongoing crisis in the state, and BJP government in both center and state must find a way to end this crisis. The former Chief Minister said this on the sidelines of condolence event of National General Secretary of CPI Marxist Sitaram Yechuri, who passed away yesterday at Delhi's AIIMS. Speaking further in the condolence program that was held at Irabad Bhavan today, Okramibobi termed the demise of Sitaram Yechuri as a huge loss for Indian politics. He remembered the CPI leader as someone who has worked to strengthen democracy in India. During the condolence program, former Chief Minister Okramibobi, Secretary of CPI L. Toiren, CPI Manipur State Council Secretary KSH Santa, former State Secretary L. Soten Kumar, former Minister Marangthem Nara, JDU Vice President Ona Bakishore, along with other members, paid floral tribute to protect of late Sitaram Yechuri.
Hujik Paliba India government or state Sarkar Aron Bak hidden secret agenda Kari Labuno Maduna Claypak Sida Kari Kanava Purkadavno Madudi Koi Kangjatre Adumoina Tau began a Kalava Mogi determination commitment layragadi Masidi Ahanbada Saiba Mezihan Mutat Patal. Then Aduga political dialogue from the Sangaga Wari Sanaraga Waravishin Amapur Natanadi violence Nadi curfew Nadi Camp Queen curfew Tambayagani Sinadi a quite solution for Kani Hibase it has it. Migi life and property protect over Hibase Sangvidhana clearly pirimni Aduna law in order state subject ni Madu Moina Tandu Leta the Hojik Migi life property say not Nanava Hana Tobio double engine government have any center to BJP government later. She did Moini heck the car labor man Paul Hilway Tara Idra Madu Tobio quite a Raziki say the Hunto Hunjing quite a Karimta Madu later.
Amid several news reports about BJP office in Imphal being closed down, BJP Manipur Pradesh General Secretary K. Sharad has refuted to the claim of news report. Speaking to media at BJP office in Meitei-Pangal, K. Sharad clarified that the news about closure of BJP office, which is being published in newspapers, is false. And it is based on rumors spread by people, considering the presence of few stops owing to the curfew. While maintaining that BJP Central Office has not given any instructions to close the BJP office, K. Sharad urged people to stop spreading such rumors. He also appealed people for concerted efforts in bringing an end to the ongoing crisis.
Party office BJP office thong lon kre haidana Hariba Wapamsi Mataktagi, Central leaders in Harapani Haidana Maming Matana Singba, Palapasi Matanga, Akoida Adumo Makalgi, Kariguma instruction Amata Lakpa Late, Adualoinana, party office thong lon was late, Akoina Kajikdang, me Lakpagi, Karab Kuna Handari Basidi, curfew Labanina, Kogi Sarkar Asina, Tauba curfew da, Akogi party Karikata Singna, Aduka party leader Singna, Masi defy Toraga, Masi Tugaiba Man Monda, Akoi Tauba Chamoy Haidana, Kalama Matunga, party leisure by Koi, senior Sing Tanaraga, Akoi Karikata Sing, worker Sing Lapadu, Matam Kajikan curfew Lady Babudi, Tangai Pataba, Lakia the Hilaga, Yahanagidona, Yamna Toro Fair no Changtok Jangin Todana, Kakudu, Equina Tugai Hadaneta, Harapayabagi Port Labuda, Madugi, Kersin Dokin in Tojogiwani, Masida Mayam Kalimakali Sing Nabam to Labidanaba, a party Magadi, Yam Punamaka, appeal to Zobolina, Apamsi Tamjari.
Imphal Jiribam National Highway number 37 has been hit by a landslide at Awangku stretch under Nona district, causing disruption to movement of vehicles along with crucial national highway. Many vehicles have been reportedly stranded on the highway. Meanwhile, NHIDCL has deployed its machineries to clear the blockade on the landslide hit section of the highway. MPCC President K. Meitei-Pangal has written a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi requesting him to visit the state once, as this could bring a big change in the peace process. MPCC President has highlighted the plights of people in Manipur during the almost 16-month-long violent crisis. He also expressed concern over the use of new warfare, including drone bombing and missile in this crisis. President of MPCC K. Meitei-Pangal also appealed to the Prime Minister to visit Manipur and help in restoration of peace and normalcy in the state.
Manipur Miyamgi Mode Sinjarakanda Prime Minister ki office ta Manipur da amuktang Pradhan Mantri si Lakiyu Haiduna Aikoina Bato Nama Pishan Bani Ai Basi Oina. Venana Manipur da Hojik Lagi Basi May ki Tang Ahum 2023 dagi Irang Kopasiga Mari Lainana Amasu September ki Tang Ama 2024 dagi akan mamuong isi mina high-tech drone bombing, RPGs bombarding asina singba mayam thopa awana mayam siga mari lenana Manipur miyam gi damakta for the sake of the humanity, Manipur miyang di damakta khanbiraga Pradhan Mantri amutang takpiyo haiduna mahaki office da direct changaga aikoi chithi asi pishan bani ai basi oina basi amutang lakpirabadi Manipur da irang se basi soidana loisenba ngamgani na khali.
RIMS media cell in a press release has informed that Laisham Ningo Sanjita, aged 34, wife of Narem Dipak of Kakwan Narem Laikai, was brought to obstetrics and gynecology emergency yesterday around 5:13 a.m. with severe pre-eclampsia. She is at present in ICU on ventilator where the treating doctors suspect that she has severe brain damage. The release stated that Brain Death Committee will assess her tomorrow around 11 a.m. However, the release informed that the fetal heart sound is found to be absent as confirmed by ultrasound scan. Meanwhile, the expert team constituted to assess the status of Sanjita had taken CT scan of the brain after consulting family members today around 11 a.m., which showed massive intracranial bleed. At present, she is on ventilator with lonotropic support and is in a very critical state. The release has informed that RIMS Hospital is giving its best effort with available facilities for her treatment. Narem Dipak has shared that according to information from RIMS, the fetus inside the womb of his wife, Narem Sanjita, is no longer alive, and her chances of recovery remain uncertain. Speaking to media at RIMS, Dipak expressed his concern, stating that the doctors are unsure whether they can save Sanjita, as they are hesitant to intervene further. He is unsure of the next steps in her treatment. Dipak also voiced dissatisfaction with the actions of the security forces, blaming the current critical condition of his wife on tear gas fired by the forces in densely populated areas. He urged that such actions should not be repeated in the future to prevent similar tragedies.
Sigi timing ji da ma je thukat pa phokat pa tya gas manam kai ke ta gi baduna maram moiraga ma je pakhat padagi imung da adum di leijaba aduga pung tarama thoi mung ta baji da tya gas amago ai gi thongan da tasalak pa ji da gi ma je pakhat laga tung haipet tum ma ge na tung gi badagi mabuk na ya na ha padagi ne ba sida lai baje adudagi makong ngor pa ne orak pa ne ba adugi main costi ngasai gi akhoina mamang da moina tawrakhiba tya gas kapak khiba makon phungkat khiba manam ta gi bajing do aduna maram oigane na ina di khanjai ba doctor na di hoji khu thabading amaroi haire moi kholai thaba amaroi haire ba ko adugo moi haisina makha thaba treatment ne dum pi gi ji improvement do kitang lak pari yingi sine ba aduda mo haina ina improvement da laga di punung da yauri ba ngang leitraba ngang du di lathok pi ba gadra ha ga hoji na normal na lathok ki je mo hai ri ba normal da lathok pa je karam kan da ya doino ha ma da moi na 24 hour gum sang ne haire numi kya ni thamba ya ni numi tara ni mung di thamba ya ni hai moi na jo chawrak pa man ni ko moi direct hai de ba angang ji lathok tra ga di mama da kari condition am la khani akhoi wakhan ni da wahang mayam la e ba mayam ji na hang wahang da ai ju khumang khang da bam yausal le ba doctor na khut tha ni ko khut tha ro jo hai re haji hoji che ventilation satu ko matam da ju ma je ngam ni tam ma ju ngam re na hai re isa aseng do wari du ni ko hai ji ja aduna aina hajaga da babu ai gi wahai bu mayam na phani na khan ba do mayam na ai gi da mak da ju le pi ri da na mayam na phani ai matung manau thok da na ba thaba am tang tawbiramo si dang ai haijarge.
Kangabam Leika Youth Social Club has demanded clarification from Athoba Mangang to clarify accusations made on Facebook against Elisha Mema, who has been accused of misleading student protesters after allegedly receiving money from Congress. The allegations have been deemed baseless by the club, prompting a formal demand for evidence. A press meet was held at Sagolban Leika Yumjao Lairembi Community Hall, attended by 4 organizations: Kangabam Leika Youth Social Club, Naharol Welfare Club, Kangabam Leika Epumba Marup, and Avonba Manipur Amagidamak. General Secretary of Kangabam Leika Youth Social Club, Kangabam Lenin, stated that Imam Mema, who has a history of selfless service, was alleged of misguiding students on September 10 by accepting money from Congress. He demanded evidence to refute the allegations, warning of legal action if no clarification is provided. Joint Secretary of Kangabam Laikai Apunbanupi Lup Arambam Lata stressed that Imam Mema's assistance to the students was both genuine and straightforward. She urged for immediate clarification or to accept legal action if no clarification is made.
Iba equigi Iran conflict hagadra crisis hagadra the yam chauna talk about problem see India government gi makutya we have se puna makna hainarabo wafamni adu masi kadai boba jumi kadai boba kano tawde haibadudi koi public singna puna makna kanglabaduni madudi pangkui kui dengai desu Casper gari gi marundagi kuki gi terrorist kangbu singduna nongmai pairaga Meitei Selinau singte attack torokui wafam lei khrabani adu inak nakna ngarang sugunu gi site zu yamna sophisticated oiba Manipur government da hauba nimi humni khakta da lakeba MMG hariba nongmai du kapak bagi akoi news ki channel sing da loi namak thengnar baduni aduna ekoi gi lebak si santi leina bagi hona bada Manipur government nasu yam sauba thawdang lobi raga India government da fajava information sing amadi matau karam torga athubada santi lahakna bi potsu government gi through dagi tawonjaning balai.
With government shutting the internet in valley areas following the escalation of unrest after students' protests, many people in the valley are looking out for spots where there is oasis for internet. People in large number, mostly youths, are seen gathered at spots where they can get access to internet, especially in the areas which are lying adjacent to hill districts. While some people leave the spot after getting their urgent works done, some youths are seen spending hours at a spot, doing trivial stuff like accessing social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and YouTube. This has created another security challenge for government, as some youths may possibly cross toward unsafe areas in search of the internet. Meanwhile, people are seen lining up at broadband service providers' offices with the aim to get broadband connection, as government has issued order to exempt broadband from internet ban. However, it is yet to be seen whether government lifts the internet ban for mobile phone after 3 p.m. of September 15. Now let us take a short break.
Sktv'da thabak tawbiramba amasung miyamda marik chumba paw yahonaba honabada asauba thodang lobiramba Sagolban Tera Khuraijam Leraktage Irom Inausana Rikina Manung Matam Sadana Ekhoi Khwai Pumnamak Amadi Imung Manung Thadok Lamlaga Khanghaudana Leikidabada SKTV gi staff singi Maikaidagi Thamoi Sokna Mitki Piga Loinana Awaba Phongdokjari Mahakna Hinglingai Matamda Office Asigidamak Honabiramba Thabak Thoram Singthabagi Loiba Nairaroi Mahakna Ikhang Khanghaudana Leikidabasida Yamna Sauna Mangjabaga Loinana Mentionba ngamlaroidaba ahangba amadi adumak lehoragani Leikidrabagi imung manungna nanghoriba awabada thamoi sokna saruk yajabaga loinana mahakki thawaina lairamlenda ingna sikna leiba oirasano haina thaunijari awaba phongdokjariba SKTV.
Welcome back. Mayrapabi members of villages that are located between Tinungay and Nacho village took out a massive torch rally under the banner "Don't Obliterate Manipur" last night. The torch rally started from Tinungay and culminated at Potsangbam public ground. Mayrapabi members with torches in their hand demanded government to safeguard the territorial integrity of Manipur by stopping the attacks from Kuki militants. They also chanted slogans demanding the resignation of Security Advisor and DGP of Manipur, citing their inefficiencies in handling the Manipur crisis. They also raised slogans against the government's attempt to arrest village volunteers and also against the biasness of government in conducting combing operations. A protester named R.K. Suchi expressed her dissatisfaction over the failure of central forces in guarding the lives and property of citizens. She demanded the removal of central forces as they have failed in their duties.
Aikoi Manipur bu ngakpi gani Manipur bu praja bu kandi gani haiduna tharak liba central force kaya lising humra marfu lagama lakpa matamda aikoi na Manipur gi praja aikoi bu kandi ani khanduna harau no khuba khuduna makoi bu oki adubu ngasi di makoi na kuki jo terrorist ki misang changlaga kanda aikoi kuki gi maruna natte aikoi India gi adugum laba army singi maruna aikoi drone dagi bomb thadara kanda aiksilaga miyam tumin na yum da laijaba kaya bu hatok piriba aduna ngasi aikoi Manipur ase India government na tharakpa sipai singna ngakpa aikoi mama oina pamde mama singna ngasi di India government gi mathakta Manipur government gi mathakta ngasi di lauri nakhoi gi huiroi sing Atoba matanda pubiko aduga aikoi mama oi bikaya na khotte tem pai duna thang ta na Manipur gi pai bu gi itana eklam laba aikoi ngam khai mama segla sidagi tampak to coming operation tawba
United Meitei-Pangal Committee UMPC organized a protest demonstration at Lilong Market calling for protection of Manipur's integrity and restoration of peace in the state. UMPC General Secretary Rais Ahmed Tampak voiced frustration with both central and Manipur state governments over their handling of the crisis, which has now continued for nearly 16 months. Tampak condemned the double-engine government for failing to address the escalating violence and increasing number of deaths. He criticized the growing hatred among communities and severe hardships faced by residents, despite numerous appeals from civil society organizations and prominent figures in Manipur. He said that the situation is being considered as conflict between two communities. However, there is real risk of the state breaking apart. He also added that the Meitei-Pangal community will not take this lightly and will defend Manipur's integrity.
Santi laitaba Kanglup ani gi lan manba irang asina rakliba Manipur gi purukja sing da piri ba ithil sing adu address tawdana ba yel homi haiba ekoi gi purukja sing se ahan ba dai koi kanba sarkar lai haiba wakhandu Manipur da tariba kundariba purukja Meitei-Pangal na han ba khale double engine sarkar India amadi Manipur sarkar ani makna yamna tasin usinadaba tongan ba matam gi machin naiba adugumba issue tongan bu puthoraklaga ekhui Manipur da taminariba puruk sama sense amaga thajanadaba mawong da puruk menabagi yamna chingnaba adugumba gi fiba mama lakpa sidai koi Bharat amadi Manipur sarkar na matam chana athuba da loisingadabani haibagi pandam madu da UMPC na ngasi sidin protest adu pangthok sabani
A combined team of Indian Army, CRPF, BSF and Manipur police conducted search operations at Vaikul Loknala in Churachandpur district yesterday. Huge cache of war-like weapons were reportedly recovered during the search operation. According to police, one 7.62 mm Ghatak assault rifle of AK series with magazine, 3 local-made improvised pipe mortar pumpis of 2 mm length were seized during the search operation. An awareness camp and distribution event for disabled and visually impaired individuals was held today at Gaidimjan village under Kopum subdivision in None district. The event was jointly organized by Integrated Mission Project Action for Community Transformation, Impact and Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India, ALIMCO. Hill Areas Committee HAC Chairman and Nungba AC MLA Dingang Lunggangme emphasized the importance of assisting those in need rather than focusing solely on land and property concerns. He urged people to support differently abled persons and senior citizens. During the event, 215 individuals received various aids, including hearing aids, walking sticks, wheelchairs, tricycles, knee braces, spinal supports, folding commodes, and cerebral palsy chairs. District Legal Services Authority, DLSA, Imphal East and Imphal West, in coordination with Central Forest Division, Forest Department under the aegis of Manipur State Legal Services Authority, organized a tree plantation program at Jairap Court Complex and Lumphel Court Complex. The tree plantation program was organized as part of Ek Peड़ Maa Ke Naam campaign. District and Session Judge Imphal West Chairperson of DLSA Imphal West Yumkham Rother and District and Session Judge Imphal East Ningthojam Lanleima, along with judicial officers, members of AMBA, attended the program, which was aimed at environmental conservation and to highlight the importance of trees to young generations. Manipur State Legal Services Authority Member Secretary has informed that the National Lok Adalat has been postponed on September 22 at 10 a.m. Earlier, Manipur State Legal Services Authority had fixed the date for National Lok Adalat for Imphal East and Imphal West on September 14 at Lumphel Court Complex. However, the press release for postponement has been issued in view of the prevailing situation in Manipur. In view of the prevailing situation in Manipur and ban on internet services in Imphal West, Imphal East, Bishnupur, Thoubal and Kokching district, prepared vending counters will operate on general holidays, including Saturdays and Sundays. The counters will be opened from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to facilitate prepared consumers with recharge services. The General Manager Commercial of MSPDCL has informed in a press release that this arrangement is in place to ensure that prepaid users can recharge their accounts despite the internet restrictions. The release also added that the facility will remain available until the ban on internet services is lifted. Now moving on to national news. The Young Lai Association, the largest civil organization of Mizoram's Long Klai district, expressed their support for fencing at the Indo-Myanmar border in Mizoram. They extended their support to the center's proposal during a meeting with a Joint Secretary of MEA, B. Shyam, who is currently visiting Aizawl. Leaders of YLA stated the immediate need for border fencing due to instability in Myanmar and added that if the border between Mizoram and Myanmar is fenced, they hope it will reduce smuggling activities and crime rates inside Mizoram. The YLA further highlighted that fencing the border with Myanmar will not hamper any legal traveling as there will be check gates, and added that it will not affect migratory animals as there are proposed area for their movements. During the meeting with the MEA Joint Secretary, The YLA convened their support for India's Act East policy and discussed the ongoing development of the Kaladan multimodal transport project. The organization also extended the need to implement a regular border trade at Zorinpui and to establish immigration checkposts and border commercial huts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced adoption of Delhi Declaration on Civil Aviation following the second Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference in New Delhi. The declaration, adopted unanimously, served as a strategic framework to enhance regional cooperation and address emerging challenges in civil aviation sector across Asia-Pacific region with a focus on sustainable growth. In his address, Modi highlighted India's ambition to become a leading aviation hub by the end of the decade. He emphasized that the nation's unprecedented growth in civil aviation, with the number of airports having doubled over the last 10 years. Modi also pointed out that air travel, once a privilege of wealthier individuals from major cities, has now become aviation inclusive, with increasing numbers of middle-class Indians from smaller cities and towns traveling by air. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that this has made India a key pillar in the global civil aviation ecosystem. The Supreme Court today granted bail to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the case registered by Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) in connection with the Delhi excise policy. Justice Suryakant ruled that the prolonged imprisonment of the Delhi Chief Minister constituted an unjust deprivation of liberty, but upheld the legality of the arrest, concluding that there were no procedural irregularities. In contrast, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan deemed the CBI's arrest of Mr. Kejriwal as unjustified. The top court, however, barred Mr. Kejriwal from visiting the Chief Minister's office or the Delhi Secretariat as part of bail conditions imposed. He was also ordered not to make any public comment on the merits of the case. The AAP Supremo was arrested by the AD on March 21 in connection with a money laundering case related to the now defunct Delhi excise policy. Subsequently, on June 26, the CBI arrested him in a corruption case related to the alleged scam. Although the top court granted him interim bail in the money laundering case on July 12, he could not be released from jail due to the CBI's corruption case. Now, before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. India today releases report exposing Kuki militants using sophisticated weapons during ongoing Manipur crisis. Imposing curfew, banning internet won't bring solution. CLP leader Okrami Bopi says we are not criticizing each other, but urging government to resolve Manipur crisis. BJP General Secretary Sharad refutes claim for closure of BJP office, stating reports published in newspapers about office closure are false. Landslide near Awangkul along Imphal Jiribam Road disrupts movement of vehicles. NHIDCL taking swift action to restore road. And that is all we have for now. Thank you for watching SKTV News, the first ever OTT platform in Manipur. Please visit SKTV website skyic.in to download SKTV app. You can now access Google Play Store to download the app. SKTV iOS app is now accessible on Apple App Store. For early access, use a QR code. The download link will also be pinned in all our comment section. Join us for real-time news updates, exclusive interviews, and comprehensive analysis of current affairs in Manipur.